Hi Travel Bugs! Today we're taking it a little slower after a packed day yesterday. We took the ferry from Snaefellsnes to cut down on our driving into the Westfjords. We ended the day with a nice sunset and the strongest aurora we saw the whole trip. It's our day 3 in Iceland! I'll go with the private bathroom, but we woke up to this beautiful view. For those interested, we spent the night at Kirkjufell Guesthouse, which is only about 10 minutes from Kirkjufell Mountain itself. It had a magical view in the morning, though there was no breakfast, and it's the perfect spot if you want to do the northern lights at Kirkjufell or wake up for sunrise. During our October 2024 stay, it cost us around $150 USD, and it does have a hostel type feel, though we did have a private bathroom. There aren't any or much dinner options out here, so just keep that in mind if you are booking it. So go ahead and bring your groceries and stop by a market on the way there. Just stunning. Wow. We're leaving. We're gonna start the day. So we took it a little bit easy today, and the first stop that we went to was Kolgrafarfjörður. This was a quick 15-minute stop unless you want to have a picnic by the water, and it's located just about 15 minutes from Kirkjufell. It offers breathtaking views of the fjord framed by dramatic mountains, and it's a perfect place to catch a moment or two of peace. The area is best to visit in the early morning or late afternoon when the sun is not too strong or high in the sky. It's also a beautiful place to catch the northern lights during the winter months. Some history about this area, or Snaefellsnes itself, is that it's been inhabited since the Iceland's Viking Age settlement around the 9th century. The early settlers were drawn to this area due to its rich fishing waters and fertile lands. This area actually gained attention in recent years due to a series of mass fish die-offs of the herring. This occurred in about 2012 to 2013 and was linked to the changes in the ocean currents and oxygen depletion in the fjords. Oops. What rock?
This one.
Oh,
Shape of a butt.
Okay. Hector wants me to sit on every rock that has the shape of a butt.
There are many.
The northern road through Snaefellsnes is absolutely stunning. We would say it's even more beautiful than the southern part. So make sure through your drive you allocate time for random stops and viewpoints. But make sure to never pull off the road on the side, even if it seems like there's a shoulder. You want to make sure it's a designated stop before pulling over and not just stop your car on the road itself, which causes to be very dangerous for other drivers. We're starving. This is the beautiful view.
And we're going to eat shark.
And we're gonna go eat shark at the Bjarnarhöfn Shark Museum. Hector's embarrassed at my pronunciation. During the time in which we went, which was October, there were not many drivers in the north at all. I think a lot of people end up doing the Snaefellsnes to the south and the southwest, but they never actually drive through this portion heading to the western fjords or the northern part of the ring road. So our second stop of the day was the Bjarnarhöfn Shark Museum. It's a small, unique museum dedicated to the history and process of fermenting Greenland shark, and it's an Iceland delicacy known as Hákarl. The farm was owned by a family with it for many generations that has been fermenting shark. We saw this on a YouTube video. We have no idea
The location too.
what it entails, but we're gonna learn the history of the sharks and try the shark. Okay, we made it to the shark museum. Okay, open 10 to 5. All right, taste the meat and see how the shark is made.
Perfect case.
Okay, fermented shark meat. Good for friends and good for enemies. It's a 25-minute drive from Kirkjufell or a 2-hour drive if you're coming from Reykjavik. It costs about 1,000 to 2,000 ISK, which is about $7 to $15. I think when we went, it was about 1,800 ISK, which was about $12 per person. And I would check their hours for when to go, and it changes during the winter and summertime. The museum itself is pretty small, but it is actually really cool to look around. You'll see nifty Icelandic artifacts from the different hunting generations. You'll learn about traditional fishing methods, the curing process, and just the historical significance of the Iceland or the Greenland shark. Different horse things. They're so cute.
Is this taxidermy?
Mm-hmm.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep. Oh, it even tells you like the population.
you know, the puffins are threatened then.
They are?
Yeah, they went as the threat.
Oh. Whoa, look at this, the gray heron. That's huge. Wow. Look at this, look at this. Dude. So some cool facts about the Greenland shark. Number 1, they are the longest living vertebrates in the world and can live up to 250 to 500 years old. They grow very slowly and reach maturity at about 150 years old. Number 2, they're huge. They can grow up to 24 feet long and about 2,000 pounds. Number 3, they are deep sea critters and have very slow metabolism. That's one of the key factors for them to live so long. Number 4, this is actually the coolest fact, but for a long time, the Greenland shark was toxic to eat. In order to live at such cold and deep temperatures, they have this substance on their skin that is actually toxic to us. And for a long time, Icelanders hunted the Greenland shark for their fatty liver. The fatty liver was able to use as a lighting substance before electricity came around. And during periods of famine, they wanted to use the meat of the shark, but they were unable to. So over many generations, they found a way to actually ferment it and make it safe for us to eat, which is pretty cool. Oh, wow. Dude, look at that. Insane.
Wait, is that the shark? That's humongous.
That's huge. I think that's the shark, yeah.
I thought it was gonna be.
Okay, you take a piece of the piece of the bread.
It's not bad at all.
Here you go. Pretty good.
Oh, it's like later.
Describe your experience.
Kind of tastes like hair dye.
Hair dye. Have you ever?
Right?
That's what I've read on the reviews.
Yeah, because like when you dye your hair, there's like a particular smell. Yes. And then it tastes like what I imagine.
What you imagine? What you imagine? Hopefully.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Oh wow. Okay, you want to try?
Of course.
Okay.
Eating it straight in the middle.
Yeah.
Gonna go for it.
It's not like terrible though.
No.
I can understand. Yeah.
I'm assuming we're not gonna go blind afterwards. Oh, that was the wrong batch.
As long as you're not driving. Oh, you're just gonna do it straight?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh yeah. I know what you mean about the hair dye. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good?
Pretty good.
Wow.
It's not. I think it's overblown.
It's overblown?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
alright.
overblown.
It's not pretty good, no. Okay, so now we're walking towards the Outdoors Museum, cured right now. They said they take them, once they get them, they leave them in the meat thing for 6 weeks to ferment.
They must smell good.
And then afterwards, they hang them up for 3 to 6 months. But they said not to get too close because it'll smell like ammonia and it'll drip on you. You don't want to smell like shark.
Whoa. Well, we didn't take the photo with it. So when we were leaving the Shark Museum, we actually saw that the backdrop was pretty cool, so we found a safe place to park our car and got out to take some photos. One thing to keep in mind is never step on the Icelandic moss because it'll really disrupt their whole ecosystem.
Okay, so we got here to Stykkishólmur.
Yeah.
We're about to eat our first meal of the day.
No, not the first meal.
The first meal of a long time. Well, we shared.
No, we had the shark.
We shared. Oh, right. We got fermented shark. We're here at Skipper Restaurant. There's only a few restaurants in Stykkishólmur, but this is one of the few that is open right now. No one else is here, so we'll be the only ones dining.
So, please, coming in.
Okay, here it is, Skipper Restaurant. A few tables. Okay, so for lunch, we went to Skipper Restaurant in Stykkishólmur. We got a beer, a salad, fish and chips with a salad, and a burger. I think this will be like about 8,000 krona, so about $70. But
So about...
okay, so we are about to head on our ferry in Stykkishólmur to the Westfjords. This is that bad boy. The town is pretty small. I didn't get the main center of town, but it was essentially just those buildings of sorts. We took the 3-hour ferry from there to the Westfjords. At about $50 per person and $50 for the car, it comes out to be a little bit expensive for a 3-hour ferry, but we decided it was a good option just to relax and save a few hours of driving. We recommend booking online before you actually come. There wasn't any ticketing area we saw when checking in, and you don't want to risk not getting a spot, especially if you're going during the summer season. During the shoulder season, we booked a few days before, but if you know it's summer and the weather is good, I would go ahead and book it when you decide to come to the Westfjords, because it would suck to actually not be able to go to take the ferry. We were surprised at how big the ferry was and how stable it was. There wasn't very much rocking or anything like that. So if you get motion sickness, hopefully you don't get motion sick, which is, I get motion sickness and I didn't feel nauseous at all. The ferry itself actually does offer some drinks for sale. This is coffee, soda, beer, and snacks to purchase, but no full meal. So just prepare this before you come. Our ferry, here this is the view of Stykkishólmur. There's about 20 people on the ferry with us. It's going to be about a 2.5-hour ride. We're on the sun deck, so this is the technically 3rd floor of the ferry. It's quite beautiful. You can walk down to the 2nd floor here, which is what we're doing now. They can load about maybe 10-15 cars on here, which is pretty cool. It is a really pretty ferry ride, and like I said, not bumpy at all, but it's probably subject to wind conditions. So we did read that they do rarely cancel if the weather is bad, so just plan accordingly and always keep safety in mind when you are traveling to Iceland. Okay guys, we made it out of our ferry. We're at the Westfjords. Beautiful. Okay, we're checking into our place.
Hi.
Hi! Once we arrived to the Westfjords, we were pretty tired. It is extremely remote, and there were actually, to our surprise, or I guess not really, there were no restaurants or markets nearby. We didn't plan ahead for this actually, and we had a big lunch, so we didn't think we would want dinner. But we just ended up eating instant noodles and granola bars for dinner. I think every hostel or hotel will have either a restaurant or a kitchen, but just kind of plan ahead for this in case the place you stay doesn't have any food options nearby. You always want to make sure you have at least some granola bars or some snacks in your car. Our hotel this day was another small type hostel feel guest house, and it was fairly cheap at $100 to $150 per night. And if you're interested in that hotel, it's linked down below. It's incredible. If he'll let you, yeah. Hello.
This place was really cool because there was sheep running around everywhere. I think the Westfjords in general is just known for this like remote feel, just absolutely stunning. They're actually doing a lot more development in this area when we noticed when we were driving to Dinjandi, as well as Ísafjörður. So I think in a few years, this place will feel a lot less different. So where we stayed was the perfect place for sunset and the northern lights. Stronger now. Wow. So thank you so much for watching this video of our day 3 in Iceland. If you're interested in seeing more of our trip and the videos ahead, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like. Take care.